Well, what's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. So listen, this is going to be my review of the Linnethia. Okay. So we're down in Atlanta this weekend, and I reached out to some of my folks in Atlanta, and I was like, hey, where should we go? Where's a nice little spot we can hang out, a little lounge, a little something situation. And I was told the Linnethia. Shout out to Oliver Twixt. He was the one that suggested the Linnethia. Now, for those who do not know, the Linnethia is an Elise's club. And I know she opened up the club a few months back. And I've heard mixed reviews, right? I've heard a little bit of this and I've heard a little bit of that. I've heard people complaining about parking and, things of that nature. But then I've also heard people say, hey, it's a really good time. So, I wasn't quite sure of the situation. I'm not a big club person, but I do like a nice lounge, right? So I said, okay, cool. Let me figure it out. So I go to the website, and the website directed me to Open Table. So let me start at the beginning of my process, and I'm going to go all the way through, and then I'm going to tell you guys how I felt about the whole overall situation. So it directed me to Open Table. For those who do not know what Open Table is, it's an app you can use to make reservations. A lot of restaurants go through Open Table, so you don't have to go to each individual website, see if they have availability, yada, yada, yada. So when I went to go make my reservation, I made a reservation for Friday night, 7 o'clock Friday night. And you could do parties of 2 on up. Now, the way the situation works, from the best, because, there was a lot of information being thrown around. To the best of my understanding, the way the situation works is you can reserve a table, and you have that table based on the amount of people in your party. So, for example, if you had a party of 2, you got the table for an hour. A party of 3, I think it's 2 hours. And 4 and up, it's 3 hours, right? Okay, cool. So I made a reservation for a party of 5. So I would have had the table for 3 hours. So I made a reservation for Friday night. But then some of the other people that I was hanging out with this weekend, they also made a reservation for Saturday. So we decided, you know what, let's just go with them on Saturday night rather than go on Friday night and go on Saturday night, yada, yada, yada. So I tried to cancel I had to secure my reservation with a credit card. What wasn't clear to me was, are they charging my credit card? Are they putting a hold on my credit card? And I wasn't really tripping at first because I was like, okay, maybe that's just, if you don't cancel in enough time, they're going to, put up whatever. But I never really could get a clear answer. I went to the website, I called, whatever. So Friday night when I realized, oh my goodness, we're not going to be able to make this reservation, let's just cancel it. We'll just go tomorrow night when everybody, when the other people are going. They open up at 4. Y'all, I tried to call from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock. My reservation was for 7. I called from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And I'm not exaggerating. I mean, I called and called and called and called and called and called. Either the line was busy or nobody answered the phone. So I never officially canceled my reservation. Now, normally, I wouldn't trip too much, except for the fact that they have my credit card. So now I'm like, well, are they getting ready to charge my credit card? Is there a charge? What's going on? So I said, I'll tell you what, I'll just wait and see if, I'll just check tomorrow and see if they put a charge on my card or put some sort of hold, and then I can dispute it. Because I was like, I got my call log, and I can show them how many times I tried to call. I said, I'm going Saturday night, so if there's a problem, I'll ask to speak to a manager when I get there and get the whole situation cleared up. No problem. So the next night, we rolling up to go, and I knew that you had to pay for parking, right? I read about that. I'd heard about people complaining about it, so I knew you had to pay for parking. So the thing said parking was anywhere between $20 to $40. Here's my question. What was 20? What was 40? Like, is 40 valet? Was 20 on the other side of the parking lot? Like, I didn't know. But what I did know was that I was paying for the $20 parking, wherever it was, okay? I didn't know where it was, but we was doing the $20. So we got there, and the lady, very nice, the people outside were really nice, and she was like, well, right now we only have $20 parking, and I was like, okay, well, where's that? She was like, oh, it's right over there. I literally, so the Linnethia is, it's in like a strip mall, kind of, it's not, it's not grimy. It's a nice area, so I don't want to get that impression. But I mean, one of my favorite spots up here that I go to up here, or it's closed now, that I used to go to DC all the time, is the Half Note, and that was part of a strip mall. So I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just letting you guys know that there's a little Madeleine on one side of the Linnethia's. So people were coming out of the restaurant. When I say I got a parking space 3 spots from the front door, like I was literally right there at the front door. So I'm not complaining. $20. I'm 3 spots away from the front door. Also, they have a variety of ways you can pay. Okay, they had Apple Pay. Okay. The lady was like, well, you could pay, you could pay cash. You could pay through Apple Pay. I was like, okay, with the Apple Pay option. Okay. So that was cool. I'm not complaining about paying for parking, because let's be clear, I have paid for parking. If you go to a club in downtown DC, you're going to pay for parking. And I grew up in DC. I grew up going to parties, clubs, lounges, whatever. So paying for parking, I mean, maybe people are used to it down south, but ain't no thing here. I wasn't tripping. I just wasn't sure about what was the difference between the 20 and the 40. But since I only had to pay 20, I didn't care. Now, it seems like the way the front door works is, if you have a reservation, you don't have to pay to get in. If you don't have a reservation, it's a $10 charge. Again, I ain't tripping off of that, because, again, most clubs you got to pay to get into, right? So, not tripping. We had a reservation, so I didn't have to pay, and the lady was really nice. Because we were there early. We were there before our reservation. And she was like, well, I can't see y'all, but y'all can go, y'all can go to the bar, whatever. She verified that we had a reservation, and she was like, she let us on in. Now, they do check your bag and stuff like that. But again, that's to be expected. Here was my first, I'm going to say, complaint. We need to get more uniform on what the dress code policy is. And I'm saying that to say, one of the people in our group had on a hoodie. And they were like, oh, he has on a hoodie. He got to pay an extra $40 to get in. So, again, I'm used to coming from clubs where if there's a dress code to get in, there's not well, you out of the dress code, you just got to pay extra. No. If you're not complying with the dress code, bro, you're not getting in. And you can cuss out security. You can cuss out the manager. You can go live on Instagram, or, you can do all of the above. But guess what's not going to happen when you get done doing all of that? You still ain't getting in. So the fact that they were like, oh, we don't allow hoodies in, but if you pay us extra $40, you can come on in with your hoodie. I was like, what? Then somebody else in our party had a jacket, and they were like, well, you got to pay $10 to get in because you got on this jacket. But there were other people, even in our party, that had jackets. So I was like, okay, I'm not quite sure what that's about. So that's my first complaint, the Linnethia. I'm going to need y'all to figure out your dress code. Is there a dress code? Is there not a dress code? Is it just a dress code with a penalty, meaning you can still come in if you're not complying with the dress code, you just got to pay us for our pain, right? I need y'all to figure that out. Okay? Okay, cool. So we go inside, and I'm going to have a DJ. DJ was on fire. I was here with the DJ for the most of the night. I'm going to get to the DJ in a second. I was here with the DJ, okay? Now, they also have, like, a live drummer. They added a little something, because at first I was like, oh, they got a live band? But then I was like, no, that's a DJ. They have a live drummer. Y'all, I've never had that experience before. It adds a little something. I was like, okay, I'm here for the live drama over the music. Okay. I was here for that. We go to the bar while we waiting for our reservation. It was myself, my girl Abby Reviews, and a couple of people from my party. I'll get to all of that. We're sitting there talking, chilling. Who come walking up to us with some drinks, with some free shots? Me! And I was so shocked. I didn't even have nothing to say. I looked up, I was like, oh, thank you so much. Oh, like, I couldn't even be like, hey, Nene, girl. So my condolences. Like, because I wasn't expecting Nene to roll up on us like that. And she was gracious. She was cool. She ain't linger. You know what I'm saying? And it was, it was free shots. I was here for the free shots. She had her security with her, as she should. Because, you don't know people like that out here, as she should. And she went around the room. She made her ways around the room. And let me say this, throughout the night, I saw her throughout the room, making her rounds. Even as it got more and more crowded, I still saw her coming through the crowd. Like, she wasn't being, bougie about the situation or nothing like that. I saw her mingling. Again, she didn't linger, but she was out there. You saw Linnethia. You saw Nene, right? Like, we were there, Tamar was there. Now, I didn't see Tamar, but they said she was there, so I believe them. They said the DJ shouted her out, so I believe she was there. I didn't see her. But it ain't her club. She don't need to come out. She can stay in VIP. Do what you do, boo. I saw people getting, like, birthday things where the bottle girls come over. You get a free bottle. You get a birthday. You got the sparklies. You get the birthday sign. And Nene actually came over with them when they did their little birthday presentation thing. So I don't know if that's part of the package or Nene just kind of did it because she was there. She was like, oh, it's your birthday. Okay, cool. So that was cool. My only complaint about the DJ was we were there. We got there at about 8:30. Between like 8 and 8:30, we got there. We left a little after midnight. So we were there for a little over 4 hours. My thing is, by the time we were getting ready to leave, the DJ started repeating songs. Now, this is what I'm going to say to you, Mr. DJ man. Sir, you got about 40, 50 years worth of music that you could pick from. You should not be repeating music. That's all I'm going to say about that. He played Montel Jordan earlier in the, This Is How We Do It. By the time we left, he was playing This Is How We Do It again. I said, I know I heard this already. Why is he repeating music? Why are we listening to This Is How We Do It again? Do we do it again? He also did like he had played Cha-Cha Slide. He was repeating the Cha-Cha Slide. I was like, okay, I get it. Maybe you're repeating it to get some people on the floor. Whatever. Okay, cool. I'm going to say that about the DJ. The food, I didn't order any food, but people who were with us ordered the food. Again, I just think it was comparable for what you're going to get at the club. You got wings, and they were full wings. They weren't drumettes or wingettes or whatever. They were full wings. It was like 3 wings for $10. Now, I don't know if that came with or without fries, because the person that ordered the food, they got fries. I never even looked at the food menu, so I can't tell you, but is that a little pricey? Sure. Is it gouging? Not so much. You know what I mean? The drinks were comparable to a club price. I got, I'll be drinking my Jack and Coke. It was $12. That's about right for a club price. Now, can I go to the liquor store, buy a whole bottle, buy me a fifth, for $40 and drink the whole night? Sure. But you go to the club, you're going to pay $10, $15 for a drink. That's just what it is. So I didn't feel like they were gouging with that. They got the hookah, they had the hookah and stuff, the whole setup. Now, something that I could say that I appreciated as well. At one point during the night, I had spilled a drink. I did it. It was my fault. I had spilled the drink. Y'all, before I could flag down my waitress to say, hey, babe, I'm so sorry I dropped this drink, I feel like 2 of the managers and security had identified the area. Security was standing there telling he was like, watch your step. I was like, thank you. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm the one that dropped the drink, but okay, thank you. He was like, watch your step. And probably, and I'm not even exaggerating, y'all, within 2 minutes, somebody was out there with a mop. And I'm not exaggerating. Like, they were on it. Okay? In the bathroom, the first time I went to the bathroom, there was an attendant in there cleaning it, making sure everything was everything. The second time I went to the bathroom, I could tell the attendant hadn't been there in a while, but the crowd was picking up. But somebody from my group went to the bathroom before we left, and they were like, bathroom was straight. So I feel like they have somebody regularly going in there, checking. Y'all know how them club bathrooms can get after a couple of hours. Y'all know what I'm talking about, especially the ladies. Y'all know what it looked like in there. But the bathrooms were kept nice. They were kept real nice. The crowd was cool. I didn't see nobody looking like they was trying to fight. I didn't see nobody beefing. If you bumped into somebody, it was like, it's cool. It wasn't none of that. It was a really, really cool vibe. I saw Nene's son, Brent, the youngest son. I think he's one of the managers. I think somebody told me that is actually technically his club. I don't know. But he definitely was one of the managers, because he was one of the ones that came over and made sure they cleaned up that drink. He saw it and he was on it. Everybody was nice. I did not have any bad customer service experience. I did not have nobody at the front door was nasty or rude. Nobody was. It was a really everything was vibes. Everything was cool vibes, y'all. Our waitress, she kept messing up my drink, child, and it was cool. It is what it is. The club is loud. People got on masks. Some people did. Some people didn't. I think she just misunderstood what I or the first like. Somebody with us ordered a rum punch. She bought them rum and coke. You know, I asked for a Jack and Coke. She bought me a Jack and Sprite. But baby, she got my drink right. And she only charged me for one drink. She ain't mess up the bill. Okay? She ain't mess up the bill. Okay? Overall, y'all, it was a cool ass experience. I had a ball. Like, that's probably the best time I've had in a long time. Cause I don't do clubs and stuff. That ain't my stilo. And especially with the Rona, I ain't been out. Y'all know I ain't been doing all of that. But I definitely had a good time. I enjoyed myself. The money that I spent, I felt like was worth it. I don't feel like I was gouged. I don't feel like they charged me too much. You know what I'm saying? And I absolutely will go back. I absolutely will go back. So let me say this. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give Linnethia a 9.5, y'all. Like real talk. My only criticism is the whole dress code situation. If they come up with some sort of uniform policy with that dress code situation, I don't have no complaints. I ain't complaining about the parking because, like I said, I've paid for parking before. I'm not complaining about the prices because I feel like the prices were comparable. You know, like I said, Nene was there. She worked the crowd. She wasn't rude. She wasn't standoffish. She gave me a free shot. I can't complain about that. So anyway, I thought it was cool. Y'all let me know if y'all been to the Linnethia, if y'all agree, disagree, how y'all feel about it. All right, talk to y'all later. Peace.